apologize. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Cool, what's happening everybody? Welcome to Patrick Dugan Music. And today we are going to learn Santa Claus is Coming to Town on the ukulele. And I just realized that there is already a spelling error in the title of this video, but I'll fix that later. But I do realize that, so just in case anyone else is wondering why I spelled that wrong. But let's take a look. Alright, so in order to play this song on the ukulele, we need to know a few chords first. Let's check these out. So we're going to start off with the C major chord. You probably already know this one, but we're going to put our ring finger on string number 1, that's the bottom string, 3rd fret, and strum all the strings. So find your way to a C major. And let's hear that one. Let's make sure the strings are in tune and everything. Alright, up next is a C7. We're going to use our index finger and put this on the 1st fret on string number 1. So this is a C7. Go ahead and find your way to a C7. Up next comes F major with our index and our middle finger. So put your index finger on string 2. 1st fret, middle finger goes on string 4, 2nd fret, strumming all the strings. After that comes F minor. So F minor, we're going to want to use our index finger on string number 4. That's the top string, 1st fret. My middle finger's on string 2. 1st fret, my pinky finger's on string number 1, 3rd fret. So this is an F minor. This one you may not know yet already. You probably know the C and the F, and the C7's pretty easy too. But this F minor, let's try this again. Go ahead and let go. And grab the F minor again. Index finger goes on 1st fret, string number 4, that's your top string. Cool. Middle finger's on string number 2, also inside the 1st fret. Pinky finger is on string number 1, inside the 3rd fret. So some people find this fingering to be a little bit awkward because fingers 1 and 2 are both inside the 1st fret, and we're stretching over with our pinky a little bit. But that is the F minor. Alright, after that comes A minor. This one's pretty standard. We're going to use our middle finger to hold down the 2nd fret on string 4. That's the top string. Also a good substitution for A minor on the ukulele is A minor 7, which I'm probably going to be using in this song myself, and that's even easier. You're just strumming the open strings. So go ahead and feel free to make the A minor and A minor 7. That's probably what I'm going to do. That's just 4 open strings. That's just strumming all the strings without holding anything down. After that comes the D minor. Put your index finger on string number 2, 1st fret. Middle finger goes on string number 4, 2nd fret. That's the top string. So that's going to look kind of like an F right there with those 2 fingers. Then we're going to add our ring finger onto string number 3, 2nd fret. So the ring finger is tucking in right underneath the middle finger. Go ahead and let go. Find your way back to the D minor real quick. That's index finger on string 2, 1st fret. Middle finger on string 4, 2nd fret. Ring finger on string 3, 2nd fret. Strumming all the strings. After that is a G7. This is going to be sort of like a backwards looking G major shape. Put your index finger on string number 2, 1st fret. Put your middle finger on string 3, 2nd fret. And your ring finger goes on string 1, 2nd fret. So it kind of has a triangle shape to it. That is a G7. Go ahead and let go. Find your way back to the G7 real quick. All right, just a few chords left. There's a G minor we need to get to. Put your index finger on string number 1, 1st fret. Middle finger's going on string number 3, 2nd fret. And your ring finger's going on string 2, 3rd fret. Strumming all the strings. This is a G minor. Go ahead and let go. Find the G minor again real quick. I've got my index finger on string 1, 1st fret. Middle finger's on string 3, 2nd fret. Ring finger's on string 2, 3rd fret. Strumming all the strings. Cool, just 3 chords left. Up next is an E7. Put your index finger on string number 4, that's the top string, 1st fret. Middle finger goes on string 3, 2nd fret. Ring finger goes on string 1, 2nd fret. Strumming all the strings. Go ahead and let go. Try that one more time. E7. Index fingers on string 4, 1st fret. Middle fingers on string 3, 2nd fret. Ring fingers on string 1, 2nd fret. Okay, there's this G7 chord with a plus sign, which is an abbreviation for an augmented chord. So whenever you see that little plus sign, that's what they're trying to tell you, that the chord is augmented. What that means is that we are going to raise the 5th of this chord. In this case, the 5th would be the note D. We're going to raise that by 1/2 step and make it a D sharp. So you'll see that the G7 plus, or the G7 augmented, looks very similar to the G7 chord over here on the left, and only one of these little black dots is moved, right? So that's the note that we are augmenting, or we are raising there. So that's on string number 3, 2nd fret. We're going to move that note over to string number 3, 3rd fret. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to end up using, I'm probably going to use my pinky for this, because the way it goes in the song is that you're going to hit the G7 chord first, and then do one strum on this G7 augmented chord. So the way I would approach that is go ahead and grab the G7 chord that we did just a minute ago. So you've got index fingers on string 2, 1st fret. Middle fingers on string 3, 2nd fret. Ring fingers on string 1, 2nd fret. So that's the G7. And then we are going to use our pinky finger to push down on string number 3, 3rd fret, to turn this into G7 augmented, or G7 plus. So on that, that note that I'm pointing to right there, the mouse, that's going to be your pinky finger. Cool, and that's how this chord should sound. So in the song, you're going to be hitting G7 and then you're going to be adding that pinky finger to turn it into augmented, or G7 plus. All right, last chord is a B minor 7th chord. This is kind of easy to remember. You're just holding all of the strings, you're barring all the strings across the 2nd fret. You can use any finger you like for that. I'm probably going to use my index finger because it's a little bit stronger, but it also depends on what chords come before it and after it in the song, if another finger might make more sense there, but I'm going to go ahead and say probably going to want to use your index finger there. All right, so those are the chords. Feel free to hit pause and review those a little bit if you need to, or you can always rewind back to this moment in the video if you forget one of those. Cool, but I'm going to be moving this, these chord diagrams off the screen here in just a second. So take one more look at those if you need to. All right, let's see how this fits together. So this song basically has 2 sections to it. There's a verse section. All of the verse sections are pretty much the same from the chord changing perspective, that is. They all have the same chords. And the other section is like the chorus or the bridge section. And you can see that the chords are different than the verse section on that chorus or bridge section. Cool, and it's probably more like a bridge section because, let's see here, the lyrics are a little bit different when that comes in, but that's just the other section in the song. So this song has 2 main sections to it. Let's start by learning the verse section. Cool, so we're going to go ahead and start with a C major chord. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. We're going to strum this twice, change to C7 twice, change to an F major twice, to an F minor twice. Cool, we're going to do that sequence again on the next line. So C major 2 times, C7 2 times, F major 2 times, F minor 2 times. All right, then the last line is a little bit different. It's going to go C major twice. This is where I'm going to substitute A minor 7, so just all of the open strings 2 times, D minor twice, to a G7 twice, and then we repeat that C major 2 times, A minor 7 or A minor, D minor, G7. Let's check that out again. So we're back at the top at the very beginning of the verse. We're on a C major. So it's 2 strum C major, 2 strum C7. Ready, go. C major, C7, then we're going F major, F minor, F major, F minor. Let's do that again for the second line. C major, C7, F major, F minor. And then here comes the third line, which is a little different. It's C major, A minor, D minor, G7. And then we do that again. C major, A minor, D minor, G7. Cool, so this little chord progression at the end of the verse that we just played, the C, A minor, D minor, G7, that's a really common chord progression, and it's called a 1-6-2-5 progression. And so to sort of briefly explain that, we're in the key of C major in this song. So a little bit of music theory, a C major scale consists of the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And if we number that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's where I'm getting these numbers from. So number 1 is a C. And then if we go through that alphabet order again, C, D, E, F, G, A, that is 6 letters away from a C. So that's the 6. The D, if I start on C again, C, D is 2 letters away. The G7, again, if I start on C, C, D, E, F, G is 5 letters away. So that is a 1, 6, 2, 5 progression, which just all by itself sounds pretty good on the ukulele or any instrument, which is why it's a really popular chord progression. All right. So pausing there for a second, take a moment to brush up on any of these chords if you need to. And then we're going to put this together with the lyrics some. All right, here we go. Verse 1. We're just going to play through it exactly like we just learned, but include the lyrics this time. Oh, 1, 2, 3. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. A minor, D minor, G7. Cool, so you could strum with your thumb. And I'm including a little upstroke. Sometimes I might go down, down, up, down, down, up. If you want to include that little upstroke, that's where I'm putting it. Or you could also strum with your index finger for a little bit of a brighter sound. It's also a tiny bit louder like that. All right, so again, those chords, C, C7, F major, F minor. You do that again, C, C7, F major, F minor. And then you hit the last line, which is a 1, 6, 2, 5, C, A minor, D minor, G7, and then that again, C, A minor, D minor, G7. All right, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. A minor, D minor, G7. Let's go on to verse 2. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. F, C. So that one was a little different on the very end. You're gonna go C, F, back to a C. All right, that brings us into the other section of this song, which is the bridge section. Cool, so this is where all of those other chords come in. So again, if you need to review these chords, you can just rewind a little bit. I'm going to assume that you know them right now. So we're starting with the G minor. Cool, we need to strum G minor 2 times. And then switch to C7. Your index finger should already be in place. Try that one again. G minor 2 times. Keep the index finger down. C7 twice. Then we're going to go A minor 7, which is just the open strings, to a D7. And you know what? I'll let you peek at these chords real quick. The D7 is actually not on my list here. Okay, that's great. Let me see if I can pencil this in real quick. Apologies, thought I had all my chords here. All right, good news is the D7 is an easy chord. We are going to be holding down, let's see here, it's going to be the 2nd fret on string number 4, which is your top string, and then the 2nd fret on string number 2. And then you're strumming all the strings. So let me say that again. Go ahead and put your, you could use your index finger. I guess there's 2 ways we could do this. What chord are we coming from? Let me see this again. All right, so we're coming from an A minor or an A minor 7. I was using the A minor 7, which is just the open string, so the fingering wouldn't really matter too much, but if you're playing the A minor, it's whatever finger you're holding down on the A minor chord. I like to play the A minor with my middle finger. That feels kind of comfortable, but a lot of people like to use their index finger for the A minor. But whatever finger you're using there, you're going to keep it in place. And you're just going to be adding another note here on string number 2, 2nd fret. So, and then all of these other strings are going to be open. So that's the D7. All right, so let's do a little recap there. Things took a little left turn. So G minor, C7, A minor, D7. So looking at these chords real quick, go ahead and find the G minor. So we're going from G minor, strum that twice, to a C7 twice. Then we're doing A minor or A minor 7 to the D7. Let's try that again. So G minor twice. Keep the index finger in place, C7 twice. A minor or A minor 7 twice to a D7. One more time on that. G minor, C7, A minor 7, D7. All right, so if I scroll down here to that part of the song, there it is, G minor, C7, A minor, D7. Right, the next line is going to be G minor, C7, F. So that's a little bit easier. You're going to do G minor again, C7 again, and then go to the F for 4 strums. Okay, let's see if we can put those 2 lines together. So line 1 was G minor, C7, A minor, D7. Line 2, G minor, C7, F. Maybe we should try that with the chord diagrams. Cool. One more time. G minor, C7, A minor or A minor 7 to a D7. Next line, G minor, C7, F. All right, just a little bit more, then we're going to have this bridge. We need to do A minor, D7, B minor 7, E7 next. So A minor, D7, B minor 7, E7. So again, I'm going to use the A minor 7, which is just all of the open strings. You don't have to hold anything down. Cool, so that's A minor twice, D7 twice, B minor 7 where we're barring across the 2nd fret, to the E7. So I'm probably going to scoot my index finger over to the 1st fret to grab that E7. Let's try that again. So that was A minor, D7. So grab your A minor or A minor 7, D7, B minor 7, barring on the 2nd fret, to an E7. Okay, and then last line is A minor, D7, G7, G7 augmented. All right, so this one will be a little bit easier. It's going to be A minor, or again, I'm using the A minor 7, which is just the open strings, to a D7, to a G7. Then here we're adding our pinky and making it G7 augmented and letting it ring for a second. Cool, try that again. So that was A minor or A minor 7, D7, G7, then add that pinky finger for G7 plus. Okay, let's see if we can put this whole bridge section together. Do have to scroll down so I can see the lyrics, but here we go. G minor, 2, ready, go. G minor, C7, A minor, D7. G minor, C7, to an F. A minor, D7, B minor 7, E7, A minor, D7, G7, add the pinky. Cool, so pausing there for a second. You do want to know these chords ahead of time so that you can play along with this. But it's probably just like a few, you probably know most of the chords, or at least some of the chords, hopefully. So this will give you a chance to work on some of these other chords. But yeah, you want to start by memorizing these chords if you haven't already. So pause here for a second. Right, you can always hit the pause button. All right, we're going to put it all together. Here we go. First one. 1, 2, 3. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Verse 2. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. F back to C. Into the bridge. 1, 2, 3. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. G7 augmented right there. Into the next verse. With little tin horns, little toy drums, rooty toot toot and rummy tum-tums. Santa Claus is coming to town. Into the next verse. And curly-haired dolls that toddle and coo, elephant boats and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. Into the bridge, here we go. Then kids and girls and boyland will have a jubilee. They're gonna build a toyland town all around the Christmas tree. So 2, 3, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Instrumental C, C7, F, F minor, C, C7, F, F minor, C, A minor, D minor, G7, C, F, C. Into the bridge. 1, 2, 3. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Well, he knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. So you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Cool on the ending there. What was I doing for an ending? I was going, let me circle that. On the very last 4 chords, I was going C, D minor, C, C6. C6 is like A minor 7, it's just all 4 open strings. Cool, and the D minor is kind of like an F, so you could use F there if you wanted to. It'll have a similar sound to it. So again, the very ending there, 2, 3 was C, D minor, C, C6. Something kind of like that. You could make up your own ending there if you wanted to as well. Alright, pausing there for a second, back to the top. Here are these chords one last time. Take a peek at these. And then we're going to play through it one more time. Okay, here we go. See if I can fit more of it on the page this time. 1, 2, 1, 2. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Verse 2. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town. Into the bridge. Well, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. And he knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Is that augmented chord? 2, 3 with little tin horns, little toy drums, a root-toot-toot and a rummy tum-tums. Santa Claus is coming to town. And curly-haired dolls that toddle and coo, elephant boats and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. Into another bridge. 1, 2, 3. Then kids and girls in Boyland will have a jubilee. They're going to build a toyland town all around the Christmas tree. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, 'cause I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Instrumental on a C, C7, F, F minor, C, C7, F, F minor, C, A minor, D minor, G7. Into the bridge. 1, 2, 3. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. Well, he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. One more time. I said Santa Claus is coming to town. All right, that's it. Cool, so great job on that, for making it all the way through. There was one spot that felt a little awkward for me. That was the B minor 7. And it may not even be an issue for you, but I was doing A minor, D7 on the D7. So depending on what 2 fingers you use on the D7, so it might make sense to use fingers 1 and 2 for this D7, so that your index finger's already in the 2nd fret. And I'll go big screen so you can see what I mean here. So if you're doing fingers, if you're holding your D7, if you're holding your D7 like this, then you can just kind of swing this finger down to get the B minor 7. Right, but if you're holding your D7 like this, then you're going to have to actually move this finger over if you want to bar with your index finger there. Or you could try barring with your middle finger. I found that to feel a little awkward. I did that a few times, but I think the best bet there is to use the D7 with fingers 1 and 2 and swing that index finger down. Cool, so, and here's the spot I'm talking about. Right, going from D7 to B minor 7. Cool, so that's about the size of it for this one. Hope you enjoyed that quick lesson. And yeah, feel free to play along with that a few times, and you can use this to practice your chord some.